Okay. Hello, everyone. Good evening. We're about 4 minutes late. I apologize for that. There was a little bit of a struggle with the tech, especially because StreamYard is a little bit of a new platform. Haven't used it before, so I was trying to really get some things right. But finally, we're live. We're live, and if you are already logged in and you can hear me loud and clear, and you can see the screen, please kindly indicate. If you're already logged in and you can hear me and you can see the screen, please kindly indicate. So kindly indicate. Let's know that you are in here, and all that. I can see that one person is online already. Okay, now we have three people. That's nice. You're welcome. You're welcome. I may not be able to see your comments exactly at the moment because I'm streaming this via a browser, and so I cannot see my Facebook comments at the moment immediately. But rest assured that if you have any questions at the end of this live stream, we will definitely find a way to get across to your questions and then, of course, answer them. If it means we have to probably go live again and go via Facebook and all that. But you're welcome. My name is Dapo Alimi, popularly known as Brother Dapo. And I have with me, the man of the moment. Emeka Nobis is already here. Unfortunately, for some weird reasons, we couldn't get Emeka's camera to work. The guy just decided to go AWOL tonight. So that's why you may not be able to see his own video stream. You may not be able to see his face. Quite unfortunately, we tried everything we could for some reasons. But anyways, we're not going to allow that to stop us. So we'll just go straight ahead to the matter of the moment. Now, okay, maybe I should say a little bit about myself. If you're coming across this for the very, very first time, you may not know me too well. I'm an online marketer, specifically an affiliate marketer. That's where my passion is. So I usually collaborate with people whom I think that they have something really, really powerful to offer people. I collaborate with them to help, bring that information to a larger audience as much as is possible. And when I first came across Emeka Nobis's "Your Book Will Sell" book, I was blown away. I was like, yes, this is something that people actually need. I know how frustrating, for somebody who has been in online marketing since 2019, I know how frustrating it is to create a product that does not fly. It's already stress enough to create a product. Then you now create a product and then either you don't know because you don't know how you're supposed to sell it, or you're doing a couple of things, you're doing a lot of things very wrong, and it doesn't happen. Your dreams don't come true. That's exactly what happens when people write books also, and they either haven't figured out how they are going to get it to sell, or maybe they probably didn't do their audience research properly before they get started. So that's that, and that's why Emeka is here today to help you, avoid this problem or solve those problems if you are already having these issues. All right, so Emeka Nobis has written, originally I said 8 books, right? It's actually 13. Yeah. 13. He has written 13. The one we're even talking about right now just went to the printing press recently, but the one before that particular one, which is Your Book Will Sell, did about 5.1 million naira in just 60 freaking days. So this is not one of those things about, maybe they want to teach us. It's like when you say something like they want to teach us how to make money online by teaching us how to make money. It's not one of those things. These are proven, tested, and trusted methods that he has been called to speak about in many different, platforms and all that stuff. So don't worry, very, very soon you probably won't be hearing his name on the international stage. That's we're already working towards that. So he's written 13 books. Your Book Will Sell was one of his biggest success, and apart from, he wrote Narrating Self, a book that I find the title usually very, very interesting to this day. And a couple of other books like that. He's done very, very, very well. So as far as I'm concerned, he is the most qualified person to actually discuss this subject matter with us. All right, so I'm going to not waste time. I'm going to hand over immediately to Emeka Nobis so he can get started. Remember, like I said, you may not be able to see his video stream because something went wrong with the camera, but just focus on the slides and follow the class. Make sure that you take notes. Make sure that you're paying serious attention. Don't let anybody distract you. And of course, I will come in somewhere in between during the live stream. All right, Emeka, so I'm handing it over to you.
Okay, thank you very much, Dakbo. Today I don't understand why my camera decided to go a wall. I would have loved everybody to see my face.
Yeah, they want to see the millionaire author.
Yeah, I don't know. It's crazy the way these things happen. I got back home, and then I settled in my home office, so to say, and decided to come on just to test. And I just found out I've been clicking and clicking and clicking, and I'm not getting the camera to function. So,
Wow.
I can't keep myself. So I think I have to get it sorted out tomorrow by the tech guys,
Okay.
But nevertheless, we have a never say die spirit. So
True.
even though you're not going to see my face, but you're going to be seeing the slides as I do my presentation with you tonight. So welcome everybody. Welcome. Welcome. I'm in the city of Port Harcourt. Thank you, Dakbo, for this great opportunity to have me to speak on your platform. I'm excited. I'm grateful to be here. And I look forward to being able to deliver to the best of my abilities as I usually do. So tonight we are going to be looking at your book, We Sell. Well, this is a book that I wrote, and the essence of writing this book was for everybody who wants to author a book, or those who have already authored books, to be able to sell their books and make lots of money. Because I'm tired of seeing a lot of authors who author books and then they are not making money. They're only chopping congratulations, but no money is entering into their account. It's actually very painful. So I bid you welcome. And for those who want to see my face, that's the handsome guy that is speaking to you, even though I'm camera less, right? So that's me, Emeka Nobis, all right? So tonight, this webinar is for you if you are aspiring to author a book. That's if you've never authored a book, if you've never written any book before. If you have authored a book, but you're not satisfied with the money that you are making, this tonight is for you. If you're an author already, but you are broke, right? So there are those who are already authors, but they are broke, meaning that they're not making money from their books. Tonight is for you. If you have launched on Amazon, but you're not making money, a lot of individuals on Amazon, they are boasting that they are Amazon bestsellers, actually, but they are not making money from their books. All right. Many of them, what they did was to set up their books in a category that is not so popular, get 50 of their friends to download the book for free, and within 24 hours, they have become bestsellers. Right? That's not the kind of bestseller we are talking about. We're talking about a bestseller that you're actually selling the book and you're actually making money. That's the key thing. That's what is very, very joyful in a very joyful situation to be in. If you have been chopping only congratulations, there are a lot of individuals, you launch your book online and then people just start to tell you congratulations, you are doing good, God bless you for touching our lives. I knew that you are something good. I knew that one day you will make us proud. All those I hate those kinds of words. I hate them. The moment I began to realize how to bypass those things, that was when I launched my 7th book. And from my 7th book till now, I have not been seeing people writing congratulations on my posts when my book comes out, because I don't do the usual things that people do. Your book is about to come out and you go and type on your timeline, new book alert. Yes, people will start telling you congratulations, but I don't do that. Well, part of the things that I do are the things that I'm going to be sharing with you tonight. But it's okay to have congratulations, but make sure that as the congratulations are coming, people are asking you for your bank account so that they can pay you money and have your book. So what do you do right now? Remove all forms of distractions and let's focus. Drop whatever question you have in the comment section, and I'm going to answer it at the end of the session. So get your notepad and pen to write. Do not skip this. Let's watch till the end. All right. So let me tell you a little bit about my story. It was in 2010 that I realized that I had things inside of me that I wanted the world to know. So I wrote my book, I wrote the manuscript, and then I sent it to the company that I used to publish for the late Dr. Miles Monroe. Because I love to see Dr. Miles Monroe in front of his books, posing in front of his books, the looks that he has, sometimes pointing fingers in your face, his finger in your face. I just decided I was going to be in front of my book. So I wrote the manuscript and I sent it to the company. It's called Destiny Image in the US. it was a very bold and audacious move. And so they wrote me back to tell me that they don't publish for Nigerians and that I should reach out to their sister company in Italy. And I did. I wrote to the sister company, sent my manuscript. After a few days, they replied me. They said something. They said, "We have checked you out. You are an economic risk to us. But if you still want your book to be published by us, then we will send you a quote so that you can pay, and then we'll have us publish your book." It was very painful. So I told them, okay, go ahead, because what I was seeking for was traditional publishing. Traditional publishing is where the publishing company takes your book, takes your manuscript, goes through it, polishes it, edits it, prepares all the design and everything, prints the book, and then they start selling. When they sell, they give you your royalties, meaning payment, certain percentages from the profits that they are making from the sales of your book. That was what I was actually looking out for. And that's where a lot of big authors are. Companies tend to take their scripts, publish for them, and pay them their royalties. People like John Maxwell, people like Brian Tracy. Companies publish for them and then pay them royalties. Right. So that was what I was looking out for. So they said no, they couldn't offer me that because I was an economic risk to them. Why? They had gone to check me out. I wasn't that influential. I didn't have lots of followers in 2010. And so it was purely an economic decision that if they published my book, perhaps by selling it, they wouldn't be able to recover their money. And so they told me that if I wanted to go ahead to publish with them, I should send money to them. By the time they sent me the proposal and I made the calculations, it would take an average of 3,000 naira to be able to break even. And I was wondering, first-time author for the first time, and I'm selling a book for 3,000 naira, how many people will be able to buy it, being that I was relatively unknown at the time? That means if I wanted to sell the book, I needed to pull out a lot more resources to be able to plunge into PR and marketing and a lot of other things to be able to sell the book. It wasn't a great decision to make. So I decided to give up that decision, borrowed money from... Hello, Dapo, can you hear me? Hello? Hello?
I can hear you. I can hear you.
Oh, okay.
I can hear you.
Okay. Okay, great.
Yeah.
So I borrowed money from the company where I used to work at the time, and then I went ahead to publish my book. And then I went ahead to sell. But guys, by the time I did 200 copies, I sold to my colleagues. I sold to people in church. I sold to my relations and my friends, and I did what I called sympathy selling. You know, sympathy selling is where somebody says, make we just support your ministry for the hard work we don't. They may not necessarily read the book, but I just, pity buying sometimes, we can call it. By the time I was done with 200 copies, I couldn't sell anymore, right? I couldn't just sell beyond those 200 copies. It was like a ceiling had been placed over me because I didn't know what it took. I thought that I could write the book and people would rush to buy the book. But how foolish that was, how stupid that decision, that thought was. And so I practically gave away 800 copies of that book for free. I was just dashing out to people, just giving away the book for free. The Profound Life, you can see it right there on the screen. That was my very first book that came out in 2011. It was a very painful experience. And so I decided I wasn't going to sell, I wasn't going to author any book. I needed to understand what it took to be able to market a book and get it selling. So between 2011 to 2017, I refused to bring out any other book. And by 2017, after having learned a whole lot of things by seminars, by following masterminds, by digging, by attending conferences and trainings, I was able to launch another book. So by the time my book came out, in my first ebook, I decided not to do physical book again. So I launched an ebook called Addicted to Writing. By the time that book came out, I did 3 million naira in 90 days. So that was me not being able to sell 200 copies of my book, going ahead to do 3 million in 90 days. It was an amazing experience. And ever since then, I've been able to launch other books. As you can see on the screen, Rantings of a Lettered Mind, Abandon the Dots, 455, Addicted to Writing, Mad Men Speak Revelations, Narrating Self. So I've written all these other books. I'm hearing some sounds in the background. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it very audible?
It's kind of audible. I don't know if it's interfering with those who are listening. Some people
Okay,
are
I'll,
actually
I'll close. I'll close my
talking.
windows. I'll
Oh,
close my
okay.
windows. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so I've gone ahead to write. I'm on my 13th book right now. So I've gone ahead to write all these books that you see on the screen, which are, by the way, very amazing books that have been selling. 2019, I did Now It Self. 2020, I did Your Book We Sell, and this 2021, I'm doing Bank Lot. All right. So what did I just do? I've shared my story with you to establish my credibility that I'm somebody that you ought to listen to when it comes to book marketing. I've got you believing that you yourself you can, even if you've had very nasty experiences in the past regarding your book and its marketing. Yes, you can. I've persuaded you right now to listen to me. I need you to understand that marketing is deeply psychological. Marketing is 80% psychology and 20% of the gimmicks and the tricks and the strategies and the landing pages and all those things that we know. But it's deeply, first and foremost, deeply psychological. 80%. 80% of the psychological things that you do are the things that will get you to market and sell your book. All right. So, why do you have to author a book? I need to ask you this question. Why do you have to author a book? I'll share with you my own reasons. Okay. So a perception of credibility is accorded to you when you author a book. People begin to see you as a great man. People begin to see you as a great mind. By the time you author a book, there's something that still happens now. Somebody, oh, you wrote a book. Oh, wow, that's amazing. A perception of credibility. That means you come off like someone who's credible. It's just like how do professors become professors? Because the more they publish inside of journals, the more they publish books, people begin to see them as experts who are credible people. And that's why they become professors. All right. Then you attract opportunities that positively affect your business. So I run a business. By virtue of authoring a book, I get opportunities that affect my business positively. So right here on the screen, I was invited to speak at this conference because I had authored a book. And right there at the conference, Dr. Obi Ezekwesili sat down just before me and Naomi Osemedora, because we were paired up in a class to teach a class. So me and Naomi together, we taught the class. And it was a thing of joy and honor to see Dr. Obi Ezekwesili sitting down in front of us and listening to us. And by the time we were done, she said to us, what an amazing session we had. It was really, really a great feeling. All right. So opportunities come to you, and I've had relationships as a result of that particular exposure. Right. I've had relationships with people as a result. I've been able to connect with Mofolu Asho, who is right there on the screen. Also, Jenny Dufresne. I've been able to Aji Michael. I've been able to Kemi Oyeshola. Been able to relate with these people as a result of that exposure. Then it establishes you as an authority in the space. So I have written this book called So You Call Yourself a Writer. I give it away for free for people to download and enjoy. People began to see me as an authority. That's why people today, when they hear about my name in the writing space, they feel that I'm an authority in the space because of this book that I gave away. And of course, the sweetest part of the whole thing is that you make money from your book. It's such a joy to wake up in the morning or any other day and you see alerts from any payment gateway that you're using, Paystack or Flutterwave, and people are paying you for your book. It's such a beautiful situation to be in. All right. So one of the reasons I author books is because I want to make money. And I want you guys tonight, as you're listening to us, to know that it's a very beautiful proposition to make money from your books. Yes, you want to make all the impacts. Yes, you want to touch people's lives. But trust me, when you start to see alerts coming into your bank account as a result of the effort you've put in to be able to author a book, is such a sweet place to be, right? So maybe you have authored a book in the past, or that you're about to author a book in the future. My goal is to help you to see that your book writing is a project. It's a business project. All right. A lot of individuals just take writing their books as a hobby or something to just while away time. For me, it's a business project. A business project has a beginning and has an end. And because of that time frame, you're able to commit your energy and your time to be able to get the book out and then to start to sell it. If you look at companies around the world, they embark on projects not because they just want to embark on projects, but because of the value that they will provide and the money they're going to make as a return. So realize that your book is a project and take it seriously as a business project. All right. It starts with the why. Why do you really want to author a book? I want to know. You can put in the comment section right now. I want to see why you want to author a book. Why do you want to author a book? Why do you want to write a book? So I've shared with you my own why, my reasons: perception of credibility, establishment as an expert, opportunities in business, and then making money. So what's your own why? Why do you want to state your why in the comment section? Let's know your why. Why do you want to? So it can be anything. Maybe you want to push forth a new ideology. Maybe you want to attack a pre-existing ideology. Maybe you want to push forth for a new narrative. That could be the reason for you to author your book. You need to understand that. So your why may be different from my why, and it's just peculiar to you. You get me? So you need to just know that it's peculiar to you and put it in the comment section. That boy, can you hear me? Hello? That boy, can you hear me? Hello?
Hello, I can hear you. I can hear you clearly. I'm trying to bring other people on the event. That's why, so I'm multitasking.
Oh, okay. So I can see some people who are placing comments. San Pedro says he wants to make money from it. That's beautiful. I'm not able to see other people's comments yet. So it's beautiful to know, San Pedro, that you want to make money from your book. Fantastic, right? So state your why in the comment section. I want to know. And for whom are you authoring this book? Let's do a little bit of example. If I author this book called Damn Marriage, This Shit Is Hard, there's a purpose for me writing this book. Purpose to tell people who are about to step into marriage that is not all that rosy, right? There are the hard times in marriage, and there are also the beautiful times. Because a lot of individuals, before they step into marriage, they think it's all about coming to have sex without. It's now a liberty to have sex without end. But you find out that sometimes you stay with your spouse for like 3 weeks, you've never even had one sex, right? So what's the purpose? To be able to share with them my experiences in marriage. For whom? For those who are about to step into marriage and those who are already in the marriage. Where will I sell it? All right. So when you talk about selling this kind of book, you're not going to go to secondary school to go and sell it. Neither are you going to go to primary school. You're going to go to singles and married seminars, or you go to where women are congregating or where men are having their family meetings. Those are the places where you can sell the book. So you see, you have to have a why for authoring the book, and it has to inculcate your purpose for authoring the book and for whom you're authoring the book and where will you sell it. So it's critically important for you to understand that. So are you ready to dig in? Are you ready to dig in? Are you ready to dig in? Let me know that you're ready to dig in. You're ready to dig in for us to begin to dive into. So I can see some people here. Why to author a book? Want to author a book because I want to share my great ideas. Godson, that's awesome. I want to give out a lot of values and help. I also want to make money. That's Queen Precious. Fantastic. So Godson for young minds. Yes, entrepreneur starters, right? That's why you want to author a book. Dapo, can you hear me? Dapo, can you hear me? I want to know that you're still live here, all right? So if you guys can hear me, just drop in the comment section that you can hear me loud and clear. Dapo, when you go off, it seems as if I'm alone by myself. So if you can hear me,
I'm here. I'm back here.
All right. So Raji Joseph, finally. So
yeah, guys, I noticed an error. Facebook actually made the stream private, so a lot of people could not see it. So that was what I quickly went to go and make changes to. It was supposed to be on public. It made it to only be seen by my friends. So that was what I was battling with in the background. Yeah, I just discovered that now.
So you have made it public now, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
Good. All right. So Godson says he can hear me. Mizuma says you can hear me. Fantastic. I can hear you. Fantastic. So Hey guys, so go ahead, guys, and drop in the comment section. Why do you want to author a book? We said it. I just want to know, why do you want to author a book? Before I dig in, I want to know why you want to author a book, right? State your why. Why do you want to author a book? And let's dig in. Do you want to make money? Do you want to attack a paradigm? Do you want to create some social differences? Do you want to, it's all peculiar to you. Do you want to make money? Just state your why. All right. In the comment section, we want to see it. Want to see your why in the comment section. So Raji Joseph is saying, as for me, I'm not an author, but I have access to PLR books, but want to learn how to monetize it. Okay, fantastic. PLR books are very fun, very awesome ways to be able to sell and make money. Fantastic, Raji Joseph. I love that. All right. So so let's dig in, guys. All right. So number one thing that you need to understand when it comes to authoring and selling your book is that never mess up with your book design. If you mess up with your book design, you may be toast from the beginning. Let's say you may be fucked up from the beginning, right? Let me use the word. Let me use that ghetto word, fucked up from the beginning. And I hope we all get that. So this book called Unchurched, I gave away this book for free. But can you see the design of the book? I gave it away for free. So people think that when you're giving away things for free, then you should just do it anyhow. You need to understand that your brand will be under attack when you do things anyhow. So even if you're giving away things for free, make sure that the things that you're giving away for free are beautiful things, because they tally up to create the great perception that you want people to have for your brand. It's very important. So you can see the title and my design of the book. It's called Unchurched: Religions, Things, and Nostrils of God. It's actually free. If you want to have it for free, let me know in the comment section and I can give you the link to be able to get the book for free. All right. So never mess up on your book design and title. Can you see the title of this book? If you can't buy it, steal it. If you can't buy it, steal it. So I bought this book by my friend Victor Adeyemi. It's a book that just shows the stories on a daily basis. That Victor used to work as in an advertising agency. And on his way to work every day, he'll be observing people on the road, people who are fighting, market women on the street, where he went to eat, and all the things. And then he put everything together inside of this book. And he titled it, If You Can't Buy It, Steal It. I took this book to Sam Adeyemi's church. I'm always forgetting the name. I don't know why. Daystar, yes. So I took the book to Daystar, to the leadership conference. And as I put the book on top of the seat, you could imagine the eyes of people who were there watching me and wondering what kind of book I was reading. So some of them took the book, and by the time they opened the book, they began to read what was inside and they began to smile. Curiosity did it for me, did it for the book. Curiosity for the book. So this title makes you to be curious, to want to understand what is inside of the book. All right. So if you look at that, I'm always the kind of guy that likes to make people to be curious about my titles. So when I'm designing my titles, I want people to be curious. My titles are my designs. So you can see my titles, Rantings of a Lettered Mind. If you see the design, see how all the wires are just going up and down. Those are to depict rantings. You can see Addicted to Writing. You can see the cigarette smoke at the middle. And for all my books, I'm always the one who is coming up with a concept. No designer comes up with my concept. I give them the concept to design, and then they go ahead to make it a reality. So you can see Addicted to Writing, Cigarette Smoke. You can see Narrating Self, Nigerian Stories That Make You Scream, Laugh, and Cry. You can see Madmen Speak Revelations. You can see the designs, very fine designs. So when it comes to your titles can be short. We are seeing Outliers, Think Big, Brilliance by Adeo Adekoya. Your titles can be short, very fantastic. Your titles can be shocking. You have Steve Harris, From College Dropout to Corporate Sellout. And look at this design. One side of his body is wearing a suit, and on the other side is wearing a t-shirt, right? From College Dropout to Corporate Sellout. Very fantastic design. Then you see, Okechukwu Ofili, How Stupidity Saved My Life. And then Bankole Williams, Engaged to a Job I Hate. Then your titles can be metaphor, right? Brian Tracy, who eats that frog? Nobody eats frog anyway, apart from the Chinese and the, so Eat That Frog by Brian Tracy. Skirts in the Boardroom by Marshawn Evans. And of course, my book, Madmen Speak Revelations by Emeka Nobis. These are metaphoric. Is it metaphorical or metaphorical? By the way, the titles are metaphorical. Anyhow, metaphorical or whatever. All right, so your titles can be concocted. Chicken Soup for the Soul is a concocted title. The Word 2007 for Dummies. Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Who should be a rich dad and poor dad at the same time? All right. What the rich teach their kids about money that the poor and middle class do not, by Robert Kiyosaki. All right. So If you got questions, as I said, put them in the comment section and I'll be there to see your. I hope we're having a good time. Okay, I've seen people who said they want to have on church for free. Fantastic. And I see Zoom is saying I want to author a book to spread my message to more people and earn some good money for the effort I put in. I like that. I wish I could hug you, Izunwa. All right. Oladapo say Olaopa, sorry, saying that I would love to have on church for free. Okay, fantastic. Good, 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 good. All right, so let's keep going. Now, let me tell you a bit about my book, Your Book We Sell. How did I come up with this title? I wanted to publish this book that will help authors to be able to sell their books and make lots of money from their books. And I began to think about titles. First of all, I thought about, should I make it for 8-figure author? And I began to think, all this 8-figure thing, people have bastardized the use a whole lot, you know. So I said, no, I don't really like that 8-figure stuff. Okay, so what can it be? Book marketing mastery. I'm like, book marketing strategies comes off like as if he's a professor that is teaching, and people don't like all these things that make them look as if they want to go back to school again and start jacking and preparing reading as if they were preparing for an exam. No, that's not what I wanted. So I began to think, okay, can I do something that Nigerians connect with? What is that Nigerians connect with a lot? I thought about it, prophecies, right? So when you prophesy and say, this month, this year, you'll be married. Amen. This year, you are going to buy a car. Amen. This year, you are going to find that wife, even without dating her, you get married to her. Amen. This year, you're going to build a house without your own money. Amen. I said, okay, how can I key into this thing that Nigerians love about prophecy? I said, okay, your book will sell. Amen. Guys, by the time I put out this book online, to tell people to help me think about the title of the book, people began to say, that's the title. We love it. We love it. And that was how the title came. I had already started writing this book without even doing the title. I had already gotten to the middle of the book before I actually came up with a book title. Right? And then what to do to make your published book sell and make lots of money for you. Very clear, very, very simple, very, very direct. All right. So the title of this book is Culturally Connecting. The title of this book is prophetic, right? It connects culturally, and then it's very remarkable, pointedly, very clear. When you see the title and the design of the book, if you are the one that has the problem the book wants to solve, you immediately know that this book is solving your problem, and then you go ahead to want to scoop it up, all right? So when it comes to designing your book and the title of your book, remember that the key things that you have to think about is to arouse curiosity. When someone just casts a cursory glance at your book, you need to be able to arouse the curiosity and grab attention in the first few seconds. You see, as I said at the beginning, marketing is deeply psychological. It's 80% of psychology and 20% of every other thing, right? So you arouse curiosity by being able to do the design of the title and make it really, 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 really work. Okay, so now, number 2 is that the most important person marketing your book is you. The most important person marketing your book is you. You need to understand that. I see a lot of individuals, they bring out their book and they just do 1 or 2 things and then they're not even doing it anymore. They do all the noise for 3 months or 60 days and then they keep quiet. Understand that for the big guys out there in the world, for the big guys out there, the great guys that we know, they are always at the center stage marketing their books. Even though they are invited to speak at events and all, they are the ones who are pushing to get people to buy their books. Remember that you're the most important person marketing your book. Start marketing your book on the day the idea is conceived. Number 3, start marketing your book the day the idea is conceived. It pushes you to finish the book. It makes people to start anticipate the book. For my book, Addicted to Writing, you can see that on the 24th of November, that was when the idea was conceived. I immediately went online and wrote the title, Addicted to Writing, My Power, My Pleasure, My Pain. This book eventually was released a year later, 10th of April, 2017. That's to tell you, I was preparing people's minds, and within 24 hours, we were able to make 40 sales at the time. So when the idea drops, share it on social media, send an email, blog about it, send to those on your Facebook Messenger bot, do Facebook Live, do press release if you've got the money, talk about it on radio. If you can go on radio, appear on live TV. By all means, drop the idea so that people can begin to see that your book is about to come out. Now, the next strategy is involve your audience during the launch of your book so that they can own your book. And let me share with you what I did during this launch of Now Waiting Sef. Very, very important. So I produced this first design of the book, right? Dapo, can you hear me? Dapo, are you there?
Hello? Yeah, I'm here. I can hear you.
Okay, cool. All right. So even if you're joining late, you can rewatch this again. No problem at all. You can rewatch this even if you're joining late. So I did the design of this book. All right. And then I put it out there in the public. People began to look at the design and they were like, this guy seems that he wants to commit suicide. The second thing they were saying, I'd be like, say this guy, the Konji, the holy guy. And I was like, no, these are not the things that I had in mind to design this book. And the time they were saying this was at the time in 2019 that a lot of individuals were committing suicide. Some young boys had committed suicide and all that. So I didn't want people to connect my book with committing suicide. It was demarketing the book. So I went ahead to redesign the book. I went to the studio, took a picture like this, came back, sent messages, and people began to connect with it and give me feedback, very valuable feedback. So at the end of the day, I came up with 2 designs and I told people to choose the designs. Eventually, we came out with the design and then this design. But guys, you know what happened? I decided to tell my designer, my publisher, to publish the 2 books, 1 book with 2 covers. Trust me, people began to buy the 2 books. A man will buy for himself and buy for his wife. Somebody will buy for himself and buy for his girlfriend. People were just buying the 2 books. Some people said they just wanted to buy the 2 books and put the 2 books in different colors on the shelf. Amazing. And we had 40 orders in 24 hours. So what happens is that people take ownership of the book because they have contributed to the journey of the book, their ideas, their thoughts. So immediately the book comes out, they are ready to scoop the book. That's a very beautiful place to be. The 5th strategy I want to share with you today is give away a few chapters of your book. They are like teasers. For you to be able to make love to a girl, she can't just come, or your wife, she can't just come and you tell her, open your skirt, and then you dive into the honey pot. It's never done like that. You have to be able to tease her, tell her words, touch her, and then she will start becoming wet, and then you enter inside to have the enjoyment, right? The same thing with your book. You can't just jump and put a book in our face and just expect us to just keep up the book. No. So give away a few chapters. When I saw Aki Alabi, when he wrote Small Business, Big Money, he gave away a few chapters of the book. People began to download it and enjoy it. And then, boom, the sales of the book picked up. People began to buy the book when the book eventually came out. Also, for my book, I had to publish it, make money first. By the time people started downloading it, they began to enjoy it. And then when your book will sell came out, they began to also to get a copy of the book, right? Copies of the book. I did it the same thing with Now Waiting Sef. I gave away 5 stories from the book. By the time people read the stories, they were like, wow. And then they decided to buy the full book itself. So
nice.
Giving away a few chapters are teasers. They are marketing. Is a marketing strategy that works very, very fantastically, right? So give away a few chapters. People download it and then they can enjoy. Now give extras. Many of you, I don't know if you eat suya, but many people around Nigeria eat suya. When you go to the Hausa man and he gives you suya, you enjoy it. That thing that he cuts. For the girls who go to market, that jara that is given, that scoop of gari that is given to you when you buy gari, you'll just love that particular scoop. It's the same thing that people go out. You wonder why the rice that they are sharing at functions are sweeter than the rice that are at home. That the people are wanting to fight. They want to fight for the rice that is outside of the party. Right, that is at the party. Then I don't know why people do that. It's just because of the extras. Things are just a bit different, right? So for my book, your book, Now Waiting Sef, a lot of individuals said, they don't read fiction books. They don't read fiction books. What I did was to gather bonuses, extras. I went to my masterminds with my friends, Victor Bobasi, Deji, Deji Sobanjo, Silas Ozoya, Ronke Posh, and I told them to give me their materials that people can consume. They gave me their materials, and then I went to package it, and I said, for only 2,000 naira, you are going to eat the brains of these people. Come and see. People were buying the book because they wanted to enjoy the bonuses. Some of them bought the book and never read it, but because of the bonuses. But anyway, I've already sold my book. Some other person may see the book in their house and read it, which is nice. So think about the extras that you can give for your book we sell. This was one of the extras that made the book to be a great sellout. So I invited many of my friends who are masters in their own game to come to teach on different things. The things that have to do with podcasting, YouTube, speaking on stage, design, using the watermelon technique, using leadership to be able to grow your followers and sell your book to them. Many things. How Wendy Ologe was able to put her books in bookshops, even after being rejected at the first time. How to use live stream, just like we're doing live stream right now, to put yourself out there in the public and have people selling your book. So we had them. We had Fola. We had Chome Fanyeze. We had Eno, who came to teach us how to get on radio. We had Steve Harris, who taught in the academy how he made 45 million naira. Man, that guy's strategy is off the hook. You know, to be able to utilize. Oh man, that strategy, you need to really understand and know that strategy. All right. So in 60 days, what we were doing at the time was fear of missing out, right? So when we told them, if you don't get the book now, you're not going to get the academy for 5,000 naira. If you miss getting the book, you're going to get the academy for a higher amount. And so people were jumping in. At the end of 60 days, we did 682 copies, 3 million naira, 3,868,900 naira we made in 60 days. Because we started out at 5,000 naira, then I took it to 6,000 naira, then I did it for 6,500. And then eventually it ended at 7,000 naira. And within 60 days, we were able to make this amount. We have crossed the 5 million naira mark now. But it's been an amazing journey so far, ever since July last year that we launched the book. The seventh strategy is create virality. Make people begin to talk about your book is important, right? To create virality, make people to start to talk about your book. People should start to talk about your book. Yes, people are saying, yes, Jara is sweet. Very, very sweet. So create virality, right? Create virality for your book. And how did I do that? I made people to start doing foolish things. And I said to them, if you do very foolish things, take the picture of yourself and put it out on Facebook. Use the hashtag NaWaitingSef, and then you'll be able to win a copy of the book from me. This guy was the guy that won it. See what he did to his face in the morning. And then what happened was that people began to see NaWaitingSef. And they were like, people began to call me NaWaitingSef at the time because of the conversations. But that thing led to people buying the book. The eighth strategy you have to think about is you have to appeal to multiple senses, right? You have to appeal to multiple senses. And how do you do that? Use what appeals to people. So for me, I used food and I put my book at the side and I said, choose now where your choice in life lies. People began to say, give me book and soup. They call it bukup. Conversations were happening. People were dropping comments. And I was using the opportunity of the comments they were dropping to sell to them. Okay, now you want the book. Okay, this is how much the book costs. Go and get the book. And then people were buying the book due to the conversations I was having with them, right? You have to be able to go live. People see me live with my book, talking about my book. They see my passion. They see my joy. They see my energy. And that's why they want to buy, because they say, this guy, for him to be very bold and confident about his book, that means there's something in the book, and then they get to buy. So you don't stay in the shadows. You must be in the face of individuals, proving the fact that your book is the best thing that they can get to be able to make their lives better. And that's how they want to buy. So the next thing is disrupt the usualness with your visuals. People, when they are launching their books and talking about their books, they're always using one particular design. For me, I decided to do the Nollywood thing. So I see what I did to my face, rub powder on my face, and I began to tell people, if you don't buy this book now, I'm going to come into your dream, and I'm going to do you willy inside of your dream, except you buy the book. People began to buy the book. Trust me, because they see the unusualness of my approach. You see the different designs that I'm using, putting cake, putting my book. See this one, a woman sleeping, this guy under the tree with pencil in his mouth. See this particular one, this boy warning the guy. People were just doing, see the woman, put my book on the tray, painted her face, and was just doing stuff. Also, fine babes. Fine babes can also sell books. You see how beautiful these babies. Some guy said, oh boy, I want to buy this your book. Oh, see this fine babe. And then they bought. After all, the book is selling because of the fine babe, right? See my book. People put the book on their head. See the guy with the hoodie and all that. So disrupt the usualness with your visuals. Very, very important. If you are reaching 50 minutes, tell me, because we need to stop at exactly 59 minutes so that we can use it or replay of the video. So the next thing is speak in public. All right, speak in public is important. right? I've spoken on very, very, very many platforms. You have to be able to learn public speaking. There are no two ways about it. Be able to present and put yourself in people's faces. You have to be able to. So I've spoken on many places, many occasions, and that's my book at the time. The Profound Life. I used to take it around to events, and people were buying my book at the time. Although I wasn't selling. Sometimes I would take the book, and then people will not even buy it. I'll take the copies back home again. Why do you have to speak in public? It's easier to hypnotize people from the stage. I give you a particular example of what happened to me. I went to speak at this event, and I was sitting at the back. People were walking in and registering, and my books were on top of the table. This particular woman, I think the book was 4'5" at the time. She came in, saw the book, lifted the book, saw the price tag on the book. I saw her face. Her face just squirmed. I know in her mind she was like, who they sell this book for 5? Because other authors who came, their books were 1,000 naira, 1,005. Mine was 5,000. Triple the amount of any other person who was selling. Do you know, by the time I went on stage, and after delivering on stage, this same woman went to the back. She and her friend that came together, bought my book, came back, and I signed autograph for them. It's easier to hypnotize people. So they feel you on stage, they see your convictions, they see your delivery, and then they want to buy. Ask to speak at events, host your own events. Even when you host on your own event, that's a very powerful opportunity for people to buy your book. For me, I've hosted events and I said the entry fee is get a copy of my book. So they get a copy of the book and then they get entry fee. So they're coming to enjoy me at the same time. They're taking a copy of my book home, which is very, very beautiful, right? So I've spoken at many events, many places. I can't even count how many places I've spoken at. The benefits that it helps you to cement relationships with people. You connect with new people, and then it gives you an opportunity to take note of the kinds of product to create that you can make money from. Because of the conferences I used to attend, that was how I knew that writing a book on marketing for authors was a good way to create a product. Because I saw many of them saying they were writing. They didn't know how to make money from their books, and so I saw it as an opportunity to author that book, and that book has been selling amazingly. The next strategy is to utilize influencer marketing. Imagine Wole Soyinka holding your book. I know what this picture must have done for Onyeka and Wole. You know, people took this picture was taken, I don't know, by the photographer of Wole Soyinka, and he put it out on his timeline. It was an amazing. So influencers are very powerful people who can help you because they have their followership. So this Sam Obafemi holding a copy of my book, and Ronke Posh is also a powerful force in the education industry, right? Coach Sam is one of the leading coaches in Nigeria, you know, Coach Sam. And people were buying because of their influence, right? So influencer marketing, find influencers in your space and connect with them and let them market your book. I'm also an influencer in my own little way. I've been able to write many forwards of different individuals, and I've used my forward of their books to be able to market their own books, right? The next strategy is ask readers to share their reviews. Ask readers to share their reviews, right? So the more readers share their reviews, the more their friends see what they are sharing and want to buy, because people tend to trust the friends that they have. So I've told people, when you get a copy of my book, go live, record video, just post it, put it out there online, and they have been doing that. The moment their friends see, oh more this book, I want to buy it. So they do videos or they do snapshots of themselves and then they post. You have to form the habit of asking, ask, and it shall be given unto you. So you can see this Ebuka Anichebe, this man who is one of the top guys in Port Harcourt who sells perfumes. See my friend who was kneeling down at a book stand, and a friend who came to my office and kissed me on the neck, and we took a selfie. And people were like, this already babe, they sweet you like this. So I said, now waiting careful. People bought the book because of that, you know. So just do the unusual things. Let them share their reviews. And, you know, the next thing I do is I trigger old social media posts. So I go to where I have done posts before, and then I go to place comment again, or I like another post, a comment that someone has made before. The post will come up again, and people will begin to see the post, and then they start asking questions on how they can get the book. Trigger old posts on social media, whether it's Instagram, whether it's Facebook. Just trigger old posts, and then you see the thing come up again. The 14th strategy I'm sharing with you tonight is utilize cost-driven strategy. The earth is broken and will always be broken. All right. So one thing I do is that I can say, if you buy a copy of my book, 50% will go to people who are suffering from cancer or people. So there was a friend of mine whose wife was needing some medical interventions because of her liver. So I was selling my book, and I told people, if you buy my book, 50% will go to the cure of this woman. And people were buying. People who were not even interested before began to buy as a result of that humanitarian angle that I brought forth. So the earth will always be broken. There'll be hurricane, there'll be flooding, there'll be drought, there'll be kids living with leukemia, poliomyelitis, female, a lot of things, brokenness in the world. So choose one and see where you can support with the proceeds from your book. Because of that humanitarian angle, people will want to buy the book. Trust me. Then the 15th strategy is you have to automate. Tech has to speak for you. It is not a good thing that you are only making money while you are awake. You have to be able to get to the point where you have to make money while you're sleeping. You have to wake up and see people have bought your book. It happens to me now, and it's an amazing place to be. How do you do it? Setting up a landing page, and you run ads to it. Facebook ads, Google ads, whatever it is that you want to use as ads, you run ads to it, right? So when it comes to setting up a landing page, I know a lot of individuals will be asking, okay, what would be on a landing page? First and foremost, catchy headline, a minute video of you. Then you put the order button for people to order. Problems your book is solving. Benefits of buying the book. Order button. Bonuses for getting the book. Reviews, and then order button, all right? If you want to see an example of how a landing page should be like, so visit www.warrital.com/YBWS. www.warrital.com/YBWS, and you see how a landing page will be like, and then you keep talking about it. People will go there, everything will be done for them, they buy, and the book is delivered to them, right? So here is the big news for tonight. Are you guys ready to hear the big news for tonight? Here is the big news for tonight. I have about 8 minutes to be able to share this, right?
Yeah.
So fantastic. I see great comments there. Adejo Case with your visual, speak in public. Fantastic. All right. So here is the big news. Your Book We Sell Academy. If you decide tonight to be part of this, these are all the masterminds who are in your Book We Sell Academy. These guys were amazing, and I will show you a few of the things that they were. So Fola will tell you how to design your book so that people will fall in love with your book. Mofo was taught about how to leverage on awards and fame, for awards for fame and authority and profits. And then we had Steve Harris, how he was able to make 45 million from his book. And then Deji came in, and Deji taught how to turn your book into ₦1 million per month. Okay. Oh God, if you're making ₦1 million every month from your book, amazing. And there's a strategy behind it. All right. So your book, if you want to be an Amazon bestseller that actually makes money, Lucy taught that in the academy. Then you have Mute Efe, building a community for your book. Amazing teaching. How to build a community of individuals who will say, give me your book when your book comes out. Then you see Naomi. Naomi is the live stream queen. How can you go live stream? You see the way I'm projecting myself, the way I'm teaching you right now. You have to be able to do that. Naomi was able to teach how you can live stream your way to riches. And then my friend Felix taught about Facebook ads that actually work for book marketing. You have to be able to know how to set up the right kinds of Facebook ads that work. Then you have Joyce Daniels, how to speak for profits. Amazing. Then you have Obino Keke, seducing people to buy your book through compelling copywriting. You have to seduce people with words so that they will come to buy your book. Hey guys, so right now, the offer I'm giving you tonight is that if you decide to be part of this academy, right, the normal offer for this academy is 40,000. But because of Dapo tonight, right, and for the next 72 hours, if you get in for 20,000 naira, these are the things that you are going to get. You are going to get the printed paperback of your book we sell, sent to you here in Nigeria by me. You are going to get access to all the 40 trainings. You're going to get access to 25 ebooks that I'm going to send to you on varying subjects, on marketing, branding, personal branding, and all. Then you have an extra 8 books that are written by me specifically. All right. If you decide to get it tonight and get this before February 5th. So you have 3 days. Today is the 2nd. You have 3 days between now and February 5th to get in for 20,000 naira. So reach across to Dapo right now. Send him a message. Sorry, I said send her a message. Dapo, you're there, woman. Send Dapo a message, right? Send Dapo a message tonight, and you pay 20,000 naira. All right, send him a message tonight, and you will pay 20,000 naira, and you get access to all these people, including all the things that I'll be sharing with you. Printed paperback sent to you of your book we sell, access to all the 40 trainings, 25 ebooks, 8 ebooks, if you decide to pay between now and February 5th. So get across to Dapo right now.
Yeah.
If you want it, put in the comment section, yes, I want to get into the academy before the 25th. Before the 5th. All right. So get across to Dapo, we reach everyone, and you'll be able to get a copy of you'll be able to get all across to all the bonuses. So finally, never stop marketing. All right. Never stop marketing. Never stop marketing your book. Never stop marketing your book and selling. Never stop marketing your book.
Very important point. Very important point.
All right. So never stop marketing your book. So I'm always marketing about I'm always marketing my book. I'm always talking about it. I'm always referring people. I'm always sharing. I'm always doing email. I'm always noising it every time. All right. Never stop marketing your book. Very important. All right. So if you want to get this, get into the academy, and you'll be able to get these books for free sent to you. All right. But you can get these ones for free if you decide to download them for free tonight and have a feel of who Emeka Nnobieze is and the power of these books. All right. So go ahead to www.warriortalk.com/PIMM and you have access to download these books for free. So I want to say thank you to you, but my thank you will be full if you decide tonight to go ahead to take this offer. Tonight.
I'm actually jealous right now.
Right? Instead of 20,000 naira, you pay 20,000 naira only. Reach out to Dapo right now. Send him a message in your inbox. Sorry, I said send her a message, but I think Dapo is a fine guy. Yeah, sure. That's why all right, guys. So you get access to all this for that amount of money and all the beautiful things that I shared with you. All right. So guys, thank you. If you've got questions in the comment section, I will be here. We have 3 minutes to be able to wrap up tonight.
Okay, Emeka, before we take the questions, I'm going to add something to, I hope everybody can hear me clearly. I'm going to add something, to make this offer a crazy offer. As it is already now, for those of us who may be in Emeka's inner circle, your book we sell academy actually was supposed to be 50,000 naira. But we looked at the way 2020 had given everybody sucker punch and everything, and we were like, okay, if we can talk to Emeka to actually do something and all that, and we were able to bring it down to like 40K. That actually began at the beginning of this month. Then you are here right now, and then you're coming right now, and you're getting this for just 20,000 naira for the next 72 hours. You are lucky. Already the strategies that you have on ground alone will get you some good distance. Not to not talk of when you actually have access to the full, gamut of every single framework and strategy that you can use in order to get your book. But to make this more interesting, so what I'm going to do now in the academy, there was a part where Emeka Nnobieze, and I think he even mentioned it on this live stream, where he talked about using Facebook advertising. Now, I personally know that that's a challenge for a lot of people. A lot of people don't know how to run Facebook ads. They are limited to their immediate audience. So they are hoping on their followers to buy from them, or maybe from their WhatsApp status followers and all that stuff. And when results are not really coming from there, they get frustrated. The problem is that they are not able to expand their audience. So I want to help you in that regard, because when you get to that part of the academy, the next thing you're going to be thinking is, okay, how do I run Facebook ad? So here's what's going to happen. Now I'm going to give you a lifetime access to one of the best Facebook advertising courses in Nigeria. Lifetime access for free. This particular course was actually sold for 25,000 naira back then when it came out. Even Emeka is actually in the program. He can confirm that. There was a time, even Emeka there was a time when he wanted to start, really learn how to this Facebook ads thing really work, and he got into.
We are going to in the next 30 seconds. You need to end the video so we can come back again, and then we'll have some questions.
No problem. No problem. So you're going to all right. So you're going to get that. Then that's free lifetime online access. Then secondly, you are going to get a downloadable format of all the videos. Now, this will apply to people who maybe you're always thinking, I don't have internet to watch these videos every time. I'm going to give you everything, all the 82 videos, actually 8 modules and 82 videos in all, detailed every aspect of Facebook advertising, targeting, retargeting, using bullseye technique, and all those things. You get download them so you can download them and keep them permanently as you want. And then thirdly,
let's end it now.
Okay, so okay, no problems. Okay, no problems. So let's see.
All right, guys. So we're going to see you in the comments. Take care right now.